see Kev nodding in approval to what is possibly the most nostalgic startup sound there is, the PlayStation 2 startup sound. This is Open World Survival Podcast, episode 7. I'm domognarigato with KevDirect, Godpile, Patty90X, and Mystic Fox. And yes, that was the PS2 startup sound. Iconic. Iconic, I feel like.
A good descriptor.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast. This is a late night, low energy. Everybody's been working all day recording. So let's get right into it. I have a lot of things on my list that I can just spam at everybody once we get to our main topic. I think some people don't have as many. I'm curious what everybody brought, but first things first, we usually open World Survival with a food and or drink discussion. I didn't have one, but then I was talking to Kev and Pat before Godpile and Mystic got in here, and these two both had delicious chili dogs today, and we're bragging about it. So Godpile, Mystic Fox, what did you have for lunch or dinner?
I wish I'd looked up what the off-brand name of the cereal I ate for lunch was. Maybe it's like Crispy Oats or something like that. It's Honey Nut Cheerios, but they I don't know if stale is the word, but they're off.
They've got that generic taste.
Yeah. I mean, they're not terrible, but
no,
in a
not the same.
But
in a blind taste test, you would know they're not name brand.
Oh yeah. Anybody, even if you haven't had Honey Nut Cheerios in many years, you would know.
Mystic, I suppose you have more dietary restrictions than the rest of us. What did you have today? While these two were sucking down some delicious chili dogs.
I had leftovers. So, an amalgamation of, what was it? Fried rice with green peas. And then there was a Mexican casserole.
Oh, you did what they call it, international tour. I like it.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's like tortillas and enchilada sauce mixed with shredded chicken and black olives, and then some leftover mashed potatoes.
I had the best.
I think we need to be jealous of Mystic.
Yeah,
sounds fucking awesome.
For the viewers, for the listeners, they might not know that Mystic lives at Epcot Center, and so he feeds like this every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
The thought of Kev and Pat having some delicious chili dogs did make me jealous, but I had a good lunch. The best kind of lunch, a free lunch. So we had an office lunch, and I knew I was with people who go to Cracker Barrel frequently because they were calling it the CB. And I was like,
whoa.
I thought you people feared change. Like, you guys didn't like the new logo, but now you're like, yeah, we're going to the CB. But yeah, I had a delicious
I've never heard it called that.
Me either. I mean, it makes sense.
I've never heard it called that.
Yeah. We grew up in the South. I'd never heard it called CB, but yeah, a couple of my coworkers were like, yeah, it's CB, baby. But yeah, that's our short food discussion. Kev and Pat enjoyed delicious chili dogs today. Go get yourself a chili dog. Put on Sonic. Yeah, I mean, the movie, the TV show, whatever. There's various things to enjoy. That's a intellectual property, an IP that has been developed a little more over the years, and that, gentleman, is an elite segue into the main topic of IPs, intellectual properties, and how certain ones have really blown up over the years. But what are some IPs that we, the five of us, would all like there to be more content of? If in the mid 90s or late 90s, early 2000s, there was a Marvel fan out there. They were kind of struggling for, you know, content. But here we are 25 years later, and, you know, Marvel fatigue is a real thing. Um, I've got a list of uh, some IPs, and these are ones that stuck out to me that have a lot of stuff out there. If you guys brought any of these to the table that you want more of this, I'm not going to hate. I said that when we were sort of like discussing this topic. If there's a bunch of content, but you want more and more, who am I to judge? But an older IP that I feel like keeps coming back every couple years. A new installment comes out. 007, James Bond. That's been around for decades now. I remember there was a cartoon when I was a kid, James Bond Jr. Did anyone watch James Bond Jr.?
No.
Oh yeah.
There's been video
Oh.
games. There's been toys. You know, toys was a big part of IPs. What, in the 80s? They would make a show so that they could make toys and merch and sell all the stuff, a la Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So TMNT. I mean, there's comics now. There's like the original movies, and now there's the more recent movies. I mentioned Marvel. There's also DC. One that's kind of come up more recently, The Walking Dead. How many Walking Dead shows are there now? I don't know. like,
No idea.
Too many.
like I read the graphic novel up to a certain point. I enjoyed the first few seasons of the show, but then like Fear the Walking Dead came out, and then there were like webisodes that you could only watch online, and now there's like Daryl Dixon. There's, I think the main show is still going, and then there's other shows as well. I'm lost. I'm lost at this point. In the gaming sector, you know, Fallout, Last of Us, some gaming content, Witcher, that has done quite well as TV series. But not everything does quite well. I
Yeah.
mean, we mentioned some animes on episode 6 where the live action adaptations were not well received. So I'm curious if anyone brought anime to the table as wanting more. I mean, I don't think you could make I don't think you can make like live action of like Crayon Shin-chan like you'd have
That'd
to
be
leave.
problematic.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
Quite problematic. You have to leave some stuff out or put that behind a, you know, an additional few paywalls. But yeah, I feel like anime has not been very successfully transitioned to TV series. Seems like video game content is doing better, but there was some video game content they tried to do as a movie, Borderlands, and it did not go well. So, yeah, I'm curious everyone's thoughts. What did you bring to the table? If someone throws out something that's quite compelling, we can discuss it in depth. I kind of just, I think we may have taken different strategies. Godpile, you mentioned you have 3. I have 12. So
All right.
you guys might be in between. I'm more of a you know, scattershot, like get that AOE out
Yeah.
there. I think there's one specifically that I was thinking like, this interests me. But Godpile, if you don't mind, like you could kick it off. You mentioned you have 3. You mentioned you were very satisfied with your 3rd thing you thought of. So yeah, in any order, what do you got?
Okay. Yeah, I was satisfied with the 3rd one because I struggled to come up with an IP that hasn't not necessarily been milked too much, but you know, just touched on at all. And I don't know if that's necessarily because of like, you know, the stuff that's popular, you know, that I'm more likely to have read that, seen that, listened to that, and so it's gonna obviously get spin-offs. It's gonna get touched on in other ways, or if it's me hearing, oh, this book is gonna get made into a movie or a show. What's that book about? I look up that book, and then I'm like, ooh, that does sound good. And then I read that book before that thing comes out. That's also very likely. So I was surprised with how difficult it was to come up with, IP that just hasn't already been made into other things. I am a comic book guy. I grew up reading comic books, so that's part of the issue because comic books have been hot for making movies and shows for a decade or two now. And so I am one of those people that are feasting of late. I know there's a lot of hate toward Marvel stuff these days because it's too much. The shows, the movies, aren't as good or whatever. I'm still enjoying it. I grew up reading this stuff, and I love seeing stuff. And no, not all of it's great, but I still enjoy. I find some enjoyment with it.
If I could jump in for 1 second, I didn't even know until this past weekend that there was a Cloak and Dagger series.
Yep.
Like
and so that was one of the things when I looked at my comic books. My comic books are in in boxes in the closet, but on the shelves are the trades and the graphic novels. And like when I just go over there and look at that, it is kind of like even stuff I don't immediately think of as already having a show or movie. A lot of it it just wasn't very successful. So like Deadly Class was one of the ones I looked at where just it happens to be kind of in the upper left of my shelf. So I kind of looked there first and it was like, well crap, Deadly Class had a season. I think it was on Cinemax maybe, so no one watched it. I haven't. I'm a big fan of Deadly Class. I've read the first 10 collection trades of it. I never saw a single episode of Deadly Class because it's on Cinemax. Like how? What am I gonna do? Paper Girls. I enjoyed that comic. That had a show on Amazon. I watched the first couple of episodes. Kind of forgot about it. Never went back. Why the Last Man? Great comic.
Yeah.
Such a good comic. The show had one season. Didn't get enough viewership. Went away.
Did have I forgot about that completely.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as a comic book person, I definitely lean toward. I lean toward wanting to come up with some comic properties for this, and it's just been milked so much. I had to look elsewhere. And so I'll start off with the one that kind of initially started. It got the cogs turning, and it's a bit weird, but because it's also been milked. It's had numerous spin-offs, but that's kind of one of the reasons why I liked it, and that is Space Ghost. So Space Ghost. Obviously, I did not watch the original Space Ghost, but I did watch Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I also watched Harvey Birdman, which is a spin-off of Birdman and the Galaxy Trio, but also a spin-off of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, because Harvey Birdman was in Space Ghost Coast to Coast. He was the initial, I think an initial host in the first episode or two. I don't quite. It was the Brack Show.
It's been so long.
Yeah. Well, in Space Ghost Coast to Coast, I can't claim to be a super fan because it had quite a few seasons, and so I don't even know what percentage of shows I even saw of that. Maybe even only a quarter. I don't know. Harvey Birdman, I feel like I saw more than half, because that was shorter seasons, not many seasons. But yeah, there was also the Brack Show, which is another spin-off of Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And so I was thinking, we need another spin-off of all of this. And initially I was thinking big. Too big, because I've reeled it in. Initially I was thinking maybe Brack won, became president or something. And the Council of Doom is now the government. And there was gonna be a lot of parody, a lot of play on ongoing events. Because that's kind of what these shows kind of did. Coast to Coast and Harvey. They were kind of, pop culture, very relevant to what was going on at the time. Like Space Ghost was interviewing celebrities that were promoting, movies and shows and stuff. So it was kind of very present day material. But I thought that's kind of a bummer. It's too close to home. And so let's make it smaller. And so my idea became more of the same thing, except not leading the country, but maybe Brack has become the HOA president of the neighborhood Space Ghost and Harvey Birdman live in. And so the Council of Doom is now in control of the neighborhood that Space Ghost, Harvey Birdman, and other Hanna-Barbera characters live in. And so that's kind of that's about as far as I got. Because once I started trying to look up different Hanna-Barbera characters and WB Animations actually owns all this stuff, that's even more characters. It kind of got unwieldy, and I was like, well, let's pull back. Let's see what you guys have to say.
This sounds like a brilliant idea that definitely could have been on Adult Swim circa 2006.
When you could go reverse time with it, where they're all in high school and they're all on the student council.
Okay. That's good too, because then you can get into high school drama.
I think the HOA is better because they actually will have more drama in an HOA than in high school.
You could do a bunch of scenes where Brack is
And it's all stupid.
ringing a doorbell and then just leaving long messages on the doorbell cameras.
Yeah, okay.
We told you can't leave your trash cans out more than 2 hours after scheduled pickup. I don't remember what Brack's voice sounds like. I don't know if that was good, but
that was not bad. That's better than I could do.
Closer than I would get.
Yeah.
I never would have predicted that anyone would have brought Space Ghost to this discussion,
Wow, yeah.
and I love that you brought Space Ghost. I had actually watched the original animated series as a child, because I remember as a stocking stuffer, I got a VHS with classic cartoons on it, and there was a few episodes of Space Ghost on there, and then when I saw Space Ghost Coast to Coast, I was like, oh, I know this guy, but this show is way weirder than when I saw him before.
Yeah. It took me multiple times of clicking past it, stopping on it. What is this? Before I finally gave it a real chance, because it was. It was so weird. A celebrity on a monitor while a cartoon, an old cartoon, is talking to them. It was just what is this? And once I gave it a chance, it was oh, this is great.
Yeah. This is a great shout. This is a great pick. You got so much more creative and in depth with it than I did. Like I mentioned, I wrote down a bunch of things, but I was just gonna like scattershot a bunch of properties at everyone and be like, yeah, what do you think? What do you think about remaking this like live action? You came up with a whole premise, Godpile.
Yeah, that's why a few days ago I got I don't know, kind of nervous. I was like, I think I'm going about this wrong. I don't think other people are gonna be like, because I started going too far. Like I said, I started like looking up other Hanna-Barbera characters and trying to figure out what roles they would have in this show. And that's when I was like, hold on, let me message the boys and see, like, are we supposed to be fully fleshing out these ideas, or are we just gonna say, like, Parappa the Rapper needs a movie, and then just leave it at that? Like, I don't know.
It was like you were confused. It's like I don't know what everyone else to do. I've got the pilot written, and the first arcs for the couple of seasons. I'm not sure what everyone else is doing.
Like, I'm midway through the casting process. I wonder what these guys are doing.
I've been reaching out to agents and looking for executive producers.
No one is returning my calls. Like, how are you guys getting in touch with people?
I am curious. Do you picture this as an animated show, or would you cast people?
I do. Okay, wow. I guess maybe, seeing how anime live actions are doing, maybe we need to attempt a 60s Hanna-Barbera live action show. Maybe that's going to be the thing that gets through to people. No, I was definitely thinking very similar to Brack Show, Harvey Birdman type animation. Nothing crazy. In a similar vein, this was not one of my three I was going with, but in a similar, just because of the era of the shows, I was thinking it would be cool to get a very modern animated movie of like wacky races. I thought always liked the idea of wacky races, even when I was younger, and I would just happen to see it on. I thought it was very cool that it was like a big crossover, because I'm a comic book kid, and so crossovers were cool. And it wasn't until I was older and kind of realized, wow, a lot of these comic book crossovers actually sucked pretty hard. But yeah, wacky races seems so cool to me, because you get to see all these cartoon characters all together in one show. And so this was not one of my three ideas, but I did think like a Pixar level, DreamWorks level animation of wacky races, a feature film. That would be cool.
I think people would dig that.
Are we gonna be switching back and forth between different people, or should I keep going?
You're on a roll.
Yeah.
He's hot. Let him cook.
I don't know if anyone wants to follow space like Brack is the HOA president. So yeah, I think you need to follow yourself and spare us.
Come put out your terrible ideas, and then we'll follow those.
Okay, well, that was the most fleshed out one, so I did start off with that one. So they will kind of go downward from here. The next one was the third one. Yeah. The third one was the one I was kind of pleased with, that I did come up with an idea that hasn't been, thoroughly milked, and even less so because it never made it past the pilot. And that would be Heat Vision and Jack. I don't know how many of you remember the pilot of Heat Vision and Jack, but it was Jack Black as a NASA astronaut who got too close to the sun and made his brain expand, becoming the most intelligent person, 3 times more intelligent than the most intelligent person on Earth. But that's only when he's in sunlight. So when he's not in sunlight, he's back to, which this didn't make a ton of sense to me in the show, in the pilot episode. He's a NASA astronaut. He should be a pretty smart guy to begin with. But when he's not in the sun, he seems like a dumbass. So I don't fully get that part of it.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Heat Vision is his former roommate, Doug, who was shot by an experimental weapon, and he combined with his motorcycle. So he is a motorcycle voiced by Owen Wilson.
To me, this sounds
And
like
they
Jack
gave-
Black was involved in the development.
This was developed, created and written by some names you would know. One of them being Dan Harmon
Okay.
of Rick and Morty fame. This is one of his early things. And then Rob Schrab? I did not look up. Well, I did rewatch. I actually rewatched Heat Vision and Jack tonight when I was eating dinner. Rob Schrab. And so I was familiar with Rob Schrab because of Scud the Disposable Assassin, a comic book from way back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah, which after watching Heat Vision and Jack and being reminded of Rob Schrab and Dan Harmon, because Dan Harmon and Rob Schrab are buddies, and so Dan Harmon assisted Rob with Scud. And so that's very early Dan Harmon stuff. And so Scud the Disposable Assassin would be a cool IP to do something with as well. But, Heat Vision and Jack, super weird, funny. Christine Taylor is also in it, of Hey Dude fame.
Well, that's because
How many of you guys
Stiller
are
directed it, and that's his.
Yeah,
that was his
this
wife.
is a Ben Stiller project. Yes. And if you want, I recommend anyone who hears this, and all of you guys, if you've never watched, you can find it on YouTube. If you've never watched Heat Vision and Jack, watch it. It's silly and stupid and fun. And I'm thinking, like, it'd be cool to do a series. Obviously, it didn't get made into a series. It'd be cool to do a series a la, like, X-Files, where each episode is kind of like a monster of the week. But there's an overarching story. Unfortunately, the main bad guy in the pilot, I'm blanking on his name, Silver, Ron Silver, who's playing himself in the show. So he is like a NASA henchman, but who's also an actor on the side. And he also seems to just be super strong, invulnerable. Like, I mean, he just seems to also have just an insane power set. It's not really touched on in the pilot. Because like he mentions, like, if you shoot me, I'm going to be very annoyed, or something. It's like so it's just like, okay, so bullets don't even hurt him. Like, what's going on with this guy? Unfortunately, he passed away, so I don't know who our new villain would be. But if it couldn't be a series, a movie would be cool too. Just something in the Heat Vision and Jack universe would be great.
This was from 1999. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it they ordered the pilot and it never made it past that.
Wow. Pilot for Fox, one of those old Fox pilots that probably showed one time and then
Yeah.
cool. Do you got one more?
Yeah, if you watch it, there's an intro from Ben Stiller,
Hmm.
and it's very like, because this is after the Ben Stiller show got canceled, so it's a very like kind of an FU vibe, because like the Ben Stiller show has been canceled, yet he won an Emmy, and so there's like a very just like here's this new batting show that didn't get picked up. It's very it's very funny. Yeah. My third one, oh man, this so I am hitting comic books, and you guys might have never heard of this one. They're called the X-Men. Um, and this would
What's it
be
about?
more of
Is that
yeah. So
EX Men or like the letter X or
it's
Related to the X Files that you were talking about earlier.
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
So I guess let's start off with anytime there was an X-Men game as a kid.
We've talked about X-Men games on this
I
podcast,
didn't.
so
Yes, we have, and like especially once games started, just the development got, there's more and more to it. It's not just you pick your character and then you side scroll. Once other stuff started coming out, I was just like, I cannot wait to like be my own X-Man. I want to create my own X-Man. I want to be a student at the school. I want to, you know, then do I develop and become an actual member of the X-Men, or do I get put on X-Force or X-Factor or Generation X or just any
Excalibur.
tier of X, any of them? It's just like I want a game where that happens. And City of Heroes was kind of the closest thing that ever came to it, and that's why I like City of Heroes so much. But I still can't believe that there's never been like a great. I don't know if it would need to be open world. I don't know if it would need to be an MMO. Like I don't exactly know what it would be. But yeah, I want a game where I don't even know if I mean, I think you should have that ability as well, but I don't even know if I'm creating my character. Maybe I'm just born. Who I am is who I am, and what powers I get are the powers I get, and then I play through it. And am I a chump? And I don't even get put on a team, or do I get put on a lower tier team, or do I get like I don't exactly know what it is, but since I was a kid, I've wanted to be a mutant. And it's just like, how has that not ever happened?
it
You
sounds
want an
That's
X-Men RPG. That's what you want.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like an action RPG. Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna
Yeah,
describe it
I
like
don't know.
go ahead, Godpa.
I mean, I don't know. Like, obviously, I love stuff. Like Red Dead. Where it's open world. GTA open world. You're going around. You're just picking up missions. Here and there, or whatever. I don't know if that would necessarily work for this, but yeah, an RPG. I don't know exactly all the form it would take, but it blows my. And I should have looked up. There was a game I remember. The ads in comic books, and I thought it was going to be the one because it was talking about like, oh yeah, you're gonna, I don't remember how it was worded in the comic book ad, but it made it seem like, oh, you're gonna get to like make your character, but in reality, you were picking between three characters. I think I'll give them credit that they weren't actual X-Men that already existed, so that's cool because you kind of get to make them your own, maybe. Because I never played it, so I don't know, but. Yeah, since I was a kid, that's what I wanted, and I can't believe this. 2026. I still can't, be an X person.
Like it sounds like you're describing like like career mode, like in a game, like EAFC or Madden, like you could just either create or be assigned a random or choose an actual X-Man or somebody in the school and then like go through their journey.
Yeah, yeah, and I've also thought that's there's an idea there where you are playing like a Professor X type, like that it doesn't need to be X-Men, but you're playing the head figure type, the I don't know leader is necessarily the word, but yeah, and then you're like building your team of characters. That was
You
also like why doesn't that exist?
you want manager mode?
Like, well, that would be like if there had to be a mobile version of the game, that would be manager mode would be like the mobile version.
You want how Kev plays Madden?
Say all the shit you gave me.
You want a gotcha game?
It's
There you go.
completely
Yep.
different. Completely different. This isn't kids throwing a ball around. This is kids with powers.
Okay.
I could
Simulate fight. Oh, I lost that one.
I could see you on stream like, man, I wonder if I can trade two of my X-Men to get that star from X-Force over there and like really bring my squad together.
Oh man!
And then I could,
Yeah, I need a Black Ops guy.
and then go back to the academy and promote a young mutant to to fill the team.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. For manager mode, that's definitely what I was wanting. For other just random ideas, since you're gonna come in here and shotgun blast us, Dom. uh, Other random ideas that I didn't really work out at all. When I was a kid, I really liked Pirates of Darkwater. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, I haven't thought of that since back then, but yeah, I love that show.
Yeah, so that would be cool because I don't think if I remember like watching a video about Pirates of Darkwater, I don't know, a couple years ago, and yeah, it was saying that like I don't know if it was budget cuts, something happened where they like really hamstrung the plan for that show,
Hmm.
and so it didn't get to like do what it wanted at all. So it'd be cool if that could be redone. Um, I was trying to think of like other stuff other than books, movies, shows, um, and completely failed when I was like, oh, I'll start off with a musician. And initially, I mean, very first thought was like, ooh, Tenacious D, which is ridiculous because they've had a show, they've had a movie, they've already had everything. But it's kind of like, well, give me more. So
Hey,
the idea was like yeah, Tenacious D anthology series is what I'm thinking. Every episode is a different thing, but it's all Tenacious D related. Whether the episode is like based on a song, like Wonder Boy, and we actually get an episode of Wonder Boy and Nasty Man, young Nasty Man, doing something. Um, or if it's a mini sequel to the movie, mini sequel to Pick of Destiny. Whatever it is, like I thought an anthology series like that would be cool with Tenacious D. More Jack Black. Uh, Comic books that I think would be too big, too difficult to actually do stuff with. East of West, super cool. If you've never read East of West, check it out. Saga, that's big. Um, giant space opera, be too difficult to like really do anything with. Manifest Destiny, a comic that no one ever talks about. It's so freaking good. It's based on Lewis and Clark's expedition,
mm,
but it's like horror mutant, like I think like all the normal flora and fauna of America. Well, let's make it way scarier. Like everything's trying to kill them, kind of a thing. Um, Great comic. Check it out. I don't really see it get talked about enough. It was so good. Um, I think Cobra is really cool as well. that probably could be made. It's very weird.
What's it
It
called?
could probably be made. Copra.
Copra?
COPRA. Cool art style. I really like it. Of Fife. Um, Michel Fife, I think is his name.
Yep.
If I remember correctly. And then the one, I guess the big one that even though it's never had anything else done with it, IP wise, and I think it should stay that way, is obviously Calvin and Hobbes.
Mm.
Never touch it. It's perfect. And I'll close out there.
Well, all great picks, and I love the direction you went in your development of said picks. Um, you leaned heavily into comics, and I don't know if anyone else did
Yeah.
that. I didn't really do that because, the MCU and DC extended universe are so prevalent now. I didn't go comics at all, but I love that you went like, smaller properties. Great picks. uh, if you like Godpile's picks, get in the comments and demand that he start
Some good
workshopping
ones. Yeah.
and developing these ideas.
If you have a title for my HOA Council of Doom show, put it in the comments because I did not come up with a title.
Okay. Titles in the comments, please. Who wants to go next? I mean, I don't know how many Kev, Pat, or Mystic brought. I could just mention a bunch of mine and then really only talk more or get your thoughts on a couple. If that's cool. Unless anybody's dying to go.
Go ahead and shoot, bud.
All right.
Yep, go ahead.
So one of the first ones that came to mind was Reacher. It's a TV series now. Good TV series. Even before the TV series, I liked the movies, even though Tom Cruise does not really fit the description at
Yeah.
all, being,
Yeah. Yeah.
tiny.
Not at all. But the movies were fun though.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
So yeah, it's a book series, and I really like the first movie. I think I only saw the second movie one time. And yeah, the TV show is good. But can what's the television actor's name? I always forget his name.
Richson.
Could Richson transition to the big screen and do a Reacher movie where he is Reacher?
Okay, I like it.
Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Video games. I feel like most of my ideas started at video games, and then I tried expanding my thoughts. The first Street Fighter movie with Van Damme. I always think it's nice to hear that. What's his name? The guy who was in Addams Family.
Raul Julia.
Yeah. It was very difficult for him to do that movie. He was sort of near the end of his life, but he wanted to be in a movie that his kids would watch. That's like the story I've heard on social media, and they liked, that kind of stuff. I know there's cartoons and stuff out there, like animes of it. But yeah, could Street Fighter or, like transition to a good modern big screen movie production? Mortal Kombat.
Live action?
Yeah, I'm thinking live action.
I think like a Street Fighter A-Team version where they go out and do their thing.
Yeah,
One missions don't even need to be even remotely connected. Just go out, kick some ass, and be done with it.
Yeah. I have it on here with an asterisk because the movie is coming out. Zelda. How long has it taken for this movie to for this to be a thing? It's so many games, and it's like another iconic series. I'm praying the movie is good.
Yeah, I mean, what are they gonna do with the movie though? That's
Are
what
they gonna
worries
have
me
him
about
talk?
that.
Yeah,
This,
what?
this is what I'm curious.
Yeah.
This is what
Yeah.
I'm so curious about. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear you guys. Argue about this because I'm not a big Zelda guy, but I know like in the little screenshots and stuff that have been released, the photos that have been released.
Mm,
I always just think like, ooh, this is gonna be tough. Like
like, I
people are gonna
know,
riot.
I know, Pat, you've played quite a lot of the Zelda games. Um,
The only main game that I have never finished is Majora's Mask, which is everyone's favorite, and it's the only one that I cannot get into. I've tried
All right.
so many times.
Pat's opinion doesn't matter now. He hasn't finished Majora's Mask.
Completely invalidated. Yep.
so, what are
I've
your?
tried so many times. I have like 3 copies of that game, and I'm just like, I get into it, and I'm just like, I don't like this game,
What are
and I don't know
your
why.
what are your thoughts and or concerns about like which story are they going to use? You know, like
So, yeah, are they going to use a pre-existing story,
right.
or are they going to do a new story? Is this a completely new Link, a new Zelda, right? Where does this fit in the timeline
Hmm.
of what currently exists in this thing? And that's one of my favorite things about Zelda games is that, I mean, obviously you can go real deep into it of, there's the timeline splits and all that stuff. But if you just enjoy playing the games, like you can play the games and you didn't have to play a previous one
Hmm.
for the most part, right? Like it doesn't matter. I can just go and play Breath of the Wild and I know what's going on and enjoy the story. And then I can go play Wind Waker if I want to, right? Like, and they're not, I mean, they are linked together, but not like with story, really. I mean, there's a bigger story there, but it's not necessary, I
Hmm.
guess.
Yeah, all valid concerns. Very, it's like it's so beloved. It's like impossible to do it in a way where everybody's going to be like, that's the right way to do it.
Yeah, I don't think I am not excited about it. I don't
Oof.
think it's going to be great.
Um,
maybe they'll surprise me. Obviously, I am not a screenwriter or anything.
What's
So,
the pedigree of the people behind it? Do they have any people with like a
uh,
good resume on
I
directing, producing, all that stuff?
I'm not even sure. I don't.
um,
Okay.
two things on my list that have TV series, but I was very skeptical when I heard there was a TV series. I haven't watched either series, by the way, because I always thought I felt like those two properties would do better as movies, not as TV series, and that's uh, Sandman and Halo. Both of these have series now, but I'm like, even when I heard it was coming out, I was like, I'd rather see that as a movie, especially Halo. Sandman is kind of like, I mean, there's a lot of graphic novels there, but I don't know. Has anyone watched either of
I was
those?
gonna say you said you didn't mess with comics, but here you are.
Yeah, yeah,
Here you are busting
yeah,
out a Neil Gaiman comic.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I,
mean,
I looked at my shelves and I have a bunch of Neil Gaiman books and it was just like, man, almost all of these have been made into stuff.
I do have another
So I
comic
didn't
on
I
here as
didn't
well. I just realized. My bad.
okay. Yes, I did watch the Sandman series. There's only been one season of that, right?
Yeah,
The
23
second
episodes
I
in
don't think the
total.
second season ever came out. Or did the second season come out and the third season has come out? I watched whatever's out.
Two
And
seasons, 23 episodes. Yeah.
huh. I think I've watched it all unless it recently came out. But yeah, it's pretty good, and I'll give it credit that Davina even liked it, and
Hmm.
she kind of got into it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean it's kind of slow, but I enjoyed it.
Second season came out last year. It looks like 2025.
I did not. I don't think I watched that. So I've
Um,
only seen the first season.
the other comic series on here, I know there's a movie, and I don't know how much other content there is. Spawn.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Um,
there's a show as well. Then isn't there also an animated movie?
oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what you guys think of that first movie, the one with John Leguizamo, but I kind of
Yeah,
feel like it was a miss. Like could they do
I
a real good Spawn movie? Special effects
I
has come so much
agree.
further.
Yeah,
Um, Something on here that I actually would prefer. I feel like I would prefer as a TV series, not as a movie. Metal Gear Solid. Um, I love those games.
complicated.
Yeah,
Mhm.
What do you
very.
think? What do you think? I don't see. I don't even know where to begin. What kind of show is it?
Right? Because, like, is it. I don't. Honestly, I don't picture it super serious. Like, serious at
Okay.
times. But if not in the first episode, by the second episode, he has to hide in a box. Right? Like,
Huh?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah, and yeah, all the henchmen
Yeah.
are making noises. Oh, what was
Actually,
that?
after I wrote this list down, he became an update to a game, Rainbow Six Siege. You can now play as Solid Snake as an operator.
Whoa.
Okay.
He better be OP.
I think he seems that way. Like I watched some content and he's got like a little radar thing, and it'll make the like sound effect if it scans somebody, and if your character is standing in the room with Snake, you can hear it too. So it was kind of cool.
Okay.
Um, I like I like the movie Clue, and I'm trying to
Yes.
think.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh, this guy's busting out board game
Yes,
IP.
exactly, exactly.
Fire.
Because I like the movie Clue, I'm like looking at the board games in the living room, and I'm like, Operation.
Shoots and ladders.
Yeah, no, I thought like shoot Candyland. I was like trying to think like what board game could be, made into a movie a la Clue, and I couldn't really come up with anything.
Jumanji.
But I think the best answer is still just Clue. Just do another Clue movie.
Yeah. That movie is really good.
Love it.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what the sequel
Great.
would be, but I would watch it.
Um, other things on my list. Inspector Gadget. Uh,
Mm, yeah,
fun
that
cartoon. I
that's
think there
been.
I think there was a movie as well in the
Yeah.
There's been
90s.
See,
multiple
It's like two
Oh,
movies.
movies.
okay.
Yeah.
yeah, there's multiple things
Yeah.
I thought of that it was pretty much that same thing where I'd just be like, "Ooh, get smart," and then I'd be like, "Ah, nope,
Yeah.
that's already been a movie."
Um,
Yeah, there was a Matthew Broderick
mhm.
one, and then
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, but one of the guys from Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, French Stewart.
Uh,
Was it him? Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
yes. Yep.
French Stewart.
No, it wasn't just Gordon-Levitt. Sorry.
He could probably do it
Uh,
now. He's older. He'd be Inspector Gadget.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and then the three things that I really did put more thought into, um, a la some recent movies that have come out: Sonic, Mario, Detective Pikachu. Could they do a Donkey Kong movie, sort of in that same, niche, in that same with that same vibe? Would that, be fun? He's in the Mario movie, right? I think I've only seen that
Mm,
once.
yes. Yes.
Think so,
Yeah, I've only
yeah.
seen it once.
Rocket League. Like,
What?
What kind of how are we expanding that one out?
so
It's gonna be okay. I'll give you. Go ahead.
A sequel?
like
It's another game. I love it. I should have come to the table with that. Rocket League 2. Since Epic bought Psyonix and then abandoned the game. Yeah, how about we get a Rocket League 2?
so who saw F1? Did any of you guys see F1?
I haven't. I want to.
Like I hear it was quite good. I did not see it. But like it seems like people like movies like that. I don't know, like kids who really liked Cars and Lightning McQueen when they were little. Could you do a Rocket League movie? And like the thing about Rocket League is the characters are just the cars. But
Hmm. See, I
um
was picturing like a Fast and Furious like scenes where they're like rapid.
Crossover. So it's all the Fast and the Furious characters driving the Rocket League cars.
I mean, that's pretty much what Fast and Furious is now, right? Like, I mean, except for there's no ball, but they do all the other stuff of jumping and
Yeah,
flying through the
flying
air.
around. Yeah.
see that's the thing, it's like it's really open in that sense where it's like you could just create characters and create stories and backgrounds for the drivers and you're not bound by anything. And then they're just like doing their thing driving the cars and like I mean if
If you did a movie, you'd have to keep the audience as like the ovals or
the
whatever they
little
are.
dots.
Eggs. They call them eggs.
Eggs. Yep, there we go.
But yeah,
It's been so long since I played Rocket League, I don't remember.
if you want to
Oh, you got
cross
to get back
over,
in there, man. It's amazing.
yeah, there's ranked fours now. We got me, Godpile, my son,
Oh.
and you ranked fours,
I love that
baby.
you keep bringing up ranked fours.
I haven't played any
Oh,
placements because I'm
man.
like hoping we'll all get in ranked fours and do placements.
I already have high blood pressure. I don't think I need to get back into Rocket League.
But yeah, if you want to do the crossover thing, like we never got that 21 Jump Street Men in Black crossover, but if you wanted to cross over Rocket League and Fast and the Furious, they went into space in the last Fast and the Furious. Aliens come to Earth and saw the driving skills, and they're like, "You need to play us in Sock
This is a
Car." And then,
this is a Space Jam.
yes, this is a Fast and the Furious Space Jam, Rocket League, like triple, like three-way. Yeah. Um. So yeah, it was a stretch thinking of how I would do that one. My last one is the real like I think they could do this. Um, as far as I know, it's only a cartoon. It could, so you could do TV series, you could do movie. Um, Captain Planet.
Mm.
So, and the reason I thought of this is because part of like the whole genesis of this topic for the podcast tonight was I saw like a social media post talking about how Captain Planet got started, and I loved it because it was out of spite. So, and again, this is a social media post, so you know, I haven't fact checked this, but this post alleges that Ted Turner uh, was trying to get involved in like clean energy in the late 80s, and like oil lobbyists like blocked it, so he couldn't like get into solar like he wanted to. And so he spent 20 something million dollars to start up this TV show, Captain Planet, and uh, to get young people to hate, um, the evil polluters of, the fossil fuel industry and all those industries, like the cutting down the forest and all that stuff. And like, I guess then Exxon Valdez happened, and they like put that right in the show. Like the next season, that was like part of the big storyline. And yeah, I loved Captain Planet, and I recycle, and like I care about the environment because I grew up with this propaganda. So Captain Planet was environmental propaganda that some rich guy started to try and screw like the fossil fuel industry because they screwed his solar plans. And so I was like, man, out of spite, he spent tens of millions of dollars, but and again, this social media post alleges that it hurt the maybe a certain oil company and cost them like billions or hundreds of millions of dollars. So I was like, just picturing Ted Turner like, yeah, 25 million well spent out of spite. But yeah, Captain Planet. I mean, other than the cartoon, maybe some comics and toys, you know, I don't know any Captain Planet content that's out there. So yeah, Captain Planet, he's our hero. Take pollution down to zero.
Captain Planet.
So those are mine. Um, Kev, Mystic, Pat. I don't know what your style was for this. Did you get in depth like Godpile, or did you just, spray and pray like I did?
Ooh, and you can have a crossover because it was part of Hanna-Barbera as well.
Whoa, is Captain Planet with WB?
For a
Uh,
time, yeah.
yeah.
Man, do you,
Hmm.
like the Planeteers could all,
1993 to 1996.
yeah,
They all live in one of the houses in the neighborhood.
that's what I was gonna say. The Planeteers all live in like a streamer house together.
They're always like at the meetings. They're always bringing up recycling, and the Council of Doom's just always shutting them down.
Like which one was water?
Yeah.
Was the Russian? No, no, the Asian girl was water, so she could be like watering the grass, or going around telling people to not water their grass because there's like not enough
Yeah,
rain.
Having
shortage.
more native plants in their yards, no grass. All right, yeah. I mean, I completely struggled with this topic.
Ooh, okay.
Like thinking about it, like I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there is something out there that I want more of, but like, and then this is something the wife mentioned when I was asking her. She was like, "Well, what about Zelda?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I got, I mean, obviously, I'll take more Zelda all the time. As many games as you can pump out, right? TV show, well, and that's not even true because like the uh see, I can't even think of the name of it, but the Zelda one that came out in the Wind Waker style. Like I own that game. I've never finished it. Right? Wasn't bad, but different than what other things were. Um and with like TV show, especially like TV shows or series, I want them to end before they end up becoming The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like probably my most favorite series right now is Andor.
Mm.
2 seasons,
Yeah, real good.
right? You got 2 seasons. You got the movie afterwards. That's all it needs. It doesn't need any more. We don't need any more of his childhood growing up or anything like that. Leave it at that, right? Or, we don't need like his child growing up. Spoilers, by the way. uh you know, so I kind of think that's like my mentality is like, oh, this stuff ends and it ends for a reason.
Hmm.
But I don't know. The ones that I was able to come up with were two. Uh, I think my better of the two is the Dark Crystal.
Oh
So,
Ah,
going back to
yeah.
the 80s
yeah.
here. We all seem to have a lot of themes here where we're going back to childhood.
And that age.
There is, so I mean, with the Dark Crystal, there is, there was the Netflix uh, show that only lasted for one season, which was a prequel to the Dark Crystal movie. But if you know anything about it, like the Dark Crystal, the movie is very confusing because they didn't have enough time to explain all of the lore in the movie. And now there's like graphic novels and like the prequel. And it explains like, and if you go to the Dark Crystal website, like they have timelines of things. And a lot of it is very interesting. It's like, yes, I want more of this, please. Like, but I understand, super expensive to create that show because of all the puppets and everything that goes into it. So, and I guess it didn't get enough viewership for Netflix to continue it,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah,
But
I watched a video just a couple of weeks ago, I think. Um, just about like 10 fantasy movies that like flopped, but
mhm.
became cult classics. And I was thinking I was gonna, have seen most of the movies on the list, and I had not. And it actually, like, I wrote down, you know, a lot of the movies because it was like I really need to check these out. And Dark Crystal was one of the ones on there,
Mhm.
and that is a gap for me. Both Dark Crystal and what's the David Bowie Jennifer Connelly
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth, yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Crystal and Labyrinth, like I've only seen bits and pieces of both of those. I've never actually sat and watched the whole movies. And that was kind of the case with a lot of the movies on the list, and it kind of made me think like, man, I need to like, plan out, I don't know, a month of, every few days watch one of these movies because um a lot of them just sounded, crazy and cool.
Yeah, I mean, like Dark Crystal, it's like, I mean, watching the movie alone, it's kind of like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what are these? You got these creatures, you got these like evil bird creatures, you got these like all these creatures that can't talk, and I mean, so I mean, it was originally uh, conceptualized by Jim Henson,
Hmm.
but if you
Right.
go back and like look at all the lore and I mean, you don't have to buy the graphic novels and read them to get a better understanding. But if you just go back and like look at the lore that's on the website, there's a lot of things that are very like interesting and like how did they get to that point, which kind of is probably telling because I like a lot of dystopian things. So how do they get to this point where you have these bird creatures that are ruling over them and they've pretty much killed off all the other creatures in this world. And I thought the show was good as well, but like I said, canceled it after that one season. Just
Yeah.
disappointing. My second one, this has been mentioned on the podcast before, and I am pretty much a sucker for anything that is involved in this universe. So it doesn't matter what they put out. I am going to consume it, and that is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay.
So I mean, doesn't have to be doesn't have to be Aang and the gang. Korra, Korra gets a lot of hate. I enjoyed it.
Same.
Uh,
It's a different.
I
It's just
like
a
I
different
like
thing.
Korra as well,
It's a different
but I
thing.
did
Let it be
not
its own thing.
finish it.
I actually, there's parts of Korra that I probably think are better than Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's more, it goes darker and I think
Hmm.
deeper into a lot of things.
Change
It
is
hit
a
like,
big.
I mean, the original series did the same thing where it's bringing in like geopolitical things for a kid's cartoon, and it's like, oh, well, this is a lot deeper than it looks. But Korra bringing in like depression and how that affects you, and like imposter syndrome and things like that as well. But I've read the books, so they have books about some of the different prior avatars. But that's something that they can continue expanding on, is talking about there's all these different avatars. They can just keep making content about it, and I'll keep consuming it.
It could be like their Doctor Who. They literally just reincarnate. Like, just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, and there is, I mean, I don't know where it stands, but I have heard, there's either a movie or another show in works or something like that.
Well, let's hope M. Night Shyamalan
Stop,
is.
please.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't exist.
Stop.
Wait, what? Wait,
Yeah, I don't know what you.
that's what I was thinking of. Like, what Avatar are you guys talking about?
I'm not. You're thinking about those like blue people. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm talking about my boy M. Night Shyamalan, my
Developing
go-to.
development of a new animated series,
Ah,
Avatar: Seven Heavens, set after the Legend of Korra. In a post-apocalyptic world, this is hitting all the
Oh
boxes.
my!
Yeah, I know.
Featuring an Earth tribe avatar, scheduled for Paramount Plus 2027.
I'm gonna have to get Paramount Plus.
Great picks. I did also think about uh, referencing something that has been discussed on this podcast, but I don't know how much content you could get additionally out of a game like Scat. So,
Well, it's a very difficult game, so
um,
uh, you might need a game genie to beat
make
it.
it
So
make it a very difficult watch, so it's true to the series.
yeah, I honestly thought about like, you know, could they make Scat into a TV series? C- could it be like comedy action? But just since you've been talking, I thought of Biker Mice from Mars. Did anyone watch Biker Mice from Mars back in the day? Like
Sounds familiar, but I can't picture it.
they rode motorcycles. They were mice, aliens. They were from Mars. You know, it's all in the
what?
title.
No way.
I
I, ju-
mean,
I
this sounds like a crossover for Rocket League and Fast and the Furious to me.
So, yeah, your Space Jam crossover as well. You
yeah,
got your biker mice.
but yeah, it did get like they brought the animated show back for one season, like in like 2006. I find it interesting they got the original three voice actors for that voice continuity amongst the three biker mice. But um, Kev,
Oh, whoa. I do remember that.
Mystic, do you want to jump to your offerings? Anyone?
yeah, go ahead, Mystic.
You have been drafted.
I mean, I was compelled to pick Firefly. I mean, yeah, sure, Serenity was great, but if we could have some more,
Hmm.
space cowboy going on.
Yeah.
The sitting there discussing this with the wife, I said, of course, like the one thing I should pick, I'm not going to pick because everybody's going to expect it.
I will say that it's probably one of the shows because I'm not a big rewatcher. I don't rewatch stuff too often, but that is one of the things that pops into my head that like, oh, maybe I should rewatch Firefly. I
They
don't
Worth
do
a
it,
tried.
rewatch, yeah.
but yeah.
They tried to make a video game.
I know there's some very short graphic. I don't even know if you can call them graphic novels. It's almost more like long comic books because
Yeah, because I think
they're
it's
kind of in
is it
between.
still Fire Eye or is it Serenity? 'Cause I think
I
I've seen them
I
before.
think you're right. They might be Serenity. Yeah, you might be right because I
Godpile.
have a couple of them.
Godpile. Remember, I picked up the Firefly like board game. It's downstairs.
Right.
Still
Should.
Yeah,
unopened.
dude.
Yeah.
Great pick. Great pick.
Yeah. What do you have in mind? A movie? A game? What are you thinking?
I still kind of just want, space western.
Okay.
It's like I'm not even sure I need like a real end plot. It's like they just do spaghetti westerns, just go.
Just
Hmm.
episodic.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
think
I
the
hear that.
TV series format was great for Firefly.
Yeah. I hear that. I feel the same way with that just certain things that just kind of like yeah, just give me more Twilight Zone, just give me more X Files, just give me
Mhm.
more. Yeah, I agree. There's just certain things that I could tune in every week.
Um,
So yeah, I mean that also made me think of Stargate. There's a ton of
Oh
content out there for
baby,
Stargate, but the problem is if I get new Stargate stuff, I want Richard Dean Anderson to be in
you
it.
want RDA? You want
Yeah, I want
RDA?
RDA.
Yep, I hear you.
And
And let's get Will Forte in there as MacGruber, and we can all die happy.
you said it made you think of Stargate. Just thinking about shows that were on Fox that Fox didn't renew, it made me think of Dark Angel.
that's funny because when I was discussing this with the wife
Dushku.
earlier, uh,
Yeah.
I thought Dark Angel uh, was that not was that Dushku?
Jessica Alba.
Thought it was Dushku.
Yeah, it was Jessica Alba. Yeah,
That
that's
was
the one I'm
Alba.
thinking.
What am I thinking of?
You think there was like
Buffy?
she was like
Spy
no,
thing with Dushku.
there was like an android Dushku show or something where she was like an android, an assassin or something.
She was also like she showed up as another Slayer on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, along with Buffy.
See, I was not a Buffy. I like the Buffy movie because I had HBO as a kid, so I saw the Buffy movie a lot. I never really watched the show.
Dollhouse? You thinking of Dollhouse?
Oh yeah, Dollhouse. I never saw Dollhouse.
Yeah, that's Dushku.
Why am I thinking Dushku? Oh, I'm thinking a Wrong Turn. College days, guys.
That's not very similar to Dark Angel at all.
Not at all, but but West Virginia hillbillies got brought up a lot in our circle.
Probably were in your circle, huh?
Not far from it.
Anyone have a
Yeah.
Greg the Bunny for another Fox?
Ooh, Greg the
Mystic,
Bunny.
you got more?
I do. I mean, this show is just one that I liked. It's what the most word, or at least it was the most words per minute. I liked West Wing.
Hmm. West Wing.
I've,
Yeah, it had like
I
the fastest or most words per minute in any TV show or something like that.
yeah. Yeah, I see. I like political drama stuff. I also like comedic political drama type stuff too. And I have never actually like made myself. West Wing has been in my queue on multiple different streaming platforms for who knows 20 years, and I've never pulled the trigger because there's just so much.
We could
Yeah.
But I do feel like I would binge it. It would like become problematic. That's why I don't start it.
we could spin off from West Wing and do a show called The East Wing, but it's just guys hanging out, unable to continue construction work because there is no longer an East
Okay.
Wing. And they can't find the money.
Okay. And there's a fake architect that keeps like releasing really poor drawings that are like, what is this?
I googled which wing of the White House was torn down, and I was hoping it was the West Wing, so it would be like, oh, can't make the show no more. Like, but no, it was the East Wing. There is no
It's
longer an East Wing.
they have to stop construction because they keep arresting all the brown people.
Yeah,
When they come to work to build it.
that's how they're trapping them. They're going down to the Home Depot picking up some day laborers to work on the East Wing, and then they realize they're getting to 1600 Pennsylvania
No.
Avenue, and they're like, uh-oh.
No, none of them are actually here illegally. They just keep
They're all temps. They're sent by like
arresting.
a temp agency.
Yeah, they just arrest the people of color because they don't know the difference.
Mystic, if you got more, I hope it's something to cheer us up.
It is. This is a movie, and I, for the love of God, want Kung Pao 2.
Oh man, I didn't even think of that.
I think Mystic's
Wow.
I think Mystic's well in the lead for best picks of the evening. Well, you set a high bar, guy Kyle,
Justin
but Mystic could have followed you. Like,
Justin talked for years about Kung Pao 2. Years he would bring that up, and it was just like, dude, I don't think it's gonna happen, buddy. Like I'd feel bad. I'd be like, I'm sorry, bud. I don't think it's gonna happen. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
It's ingrained in my brain. We watched it so many times that I can't help it just day to day when I'm just living my life. There's just dumb little noises, dumb little lines that go through my brain. We're children comes up in my mind 2-3 times a week, probably. We're children. Anytime I'm in a grocery store or something, I'm hearing a child a couple of aisles over. I'm thinking, we're children.
It's like any fight scene. It's like, I'm bleeding, therefore I am the victor.
Therefore, I am the victor.
the original
We
plan,
trained him wrong as a joke.
according to Google, the original plan was for there to be a Kung Pao trilogy. However, this did not work out as no interest was ever shown in a sequel.
By anyone except one person online named Jam City.
Please continue if you have more, Mystic. These are bangers. So
I want to.
That's all that I had.
okay.
I just need to have a private convo with Mystic because I want to know what other political stuff he has watched because there's certain movies. God, this is a whole sidebar. I'm gonna have to do it some other time.
And that brings us around town to Kev. Bring it home.
Gents, in the interest of time, I'm going to keep it to just one.
Pat labor. Pat labor.
We've gotten plenty of Pat labor. Now, I took this prompt that you sent, Dom, as what is an underserved IP? And it could be just
Okay.
sort of one of those one and dones. It could be something that we had a lot of. But an underserved IP, we're going to go from the spaghetti western in space with Serenity and Firefly, and we're going to go to the political space opera that is Babylon 5.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Anybody remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nope.
yeah.
Never heard
Is
of
what
it.
Crusader or whatever is the spaceship spin-off one?
Yeah. Crusade. So yeah, Babylon 5, political space opera, ran for 5 seasons. Was one of the unique shows at the time. It would be very reminiscent of the shows that would come out in the teens and the 20s here, where there was an overarching plot throughout the entire season, entire 5 seasons. So from episode 1 to the very final episode of season 5, there was an overarching plot which was showed and it met its end. So the story began and it ended. However, it's one of those stories, one of those universes where even though we did get 5 seasons, and there are some pretty good television movies, and some really good episodes and really good writing. It's just that there's so much left, I think, on the table to reach in and pull from. Whether that is on the space station, that is sort of, space UN that Babylon 5 represented, or something else like a Crusade where it's it's in universe and the plot and the show is focused on the ship. There was in addition to Crusade, there was a pilot episode on the Sci-Fi Channel. I don't remember the name of it. It did really, really well against Monday Night Football. And I'm talking bringing in 2 to 3 million viewers against Monday Night Football. But Sci-Fi being Sci-Fi was like, oh, only brought in 3 million. Guess we can't fund the rest of the series. But it really is one of those shows where it was a pioneer both on television in terms of the overarching plot being followed and progressed through the seasons, and in terms of CGI, it really pioneered the broader CGI here used in television and movies. So one of those, again, you could go any direction with it. It could be political. You could have an action series from it. It could be another space opera. It could be a reboot. There's a lot there
True.
to tap into. There have been attempts in the past, but nothing's really gotten Warner Brothers to bite, as it were. So we are left wanting. So that is my contribution. Babylon 5. You got everything and the kitchen sink with that show. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I got the Blu-ray. Since you said you haven't seen it, Dane, you don't know about it, you never heard of it, I'm going to go ahead and move in, and we'll just start immediately. Okay, buddy? Me and you.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
What? Yeah, because I've never watched it. I never watched the Stargate show. I love the movie and the game.
Well,
What's
hold on. You said start like any of the multiple Stargate spin-offs? None of them?
No, I didn't watch what isn't there like an underwater one or something? No, I didn't. Yeah,
Atlantis, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see any. Nah, never seen any of those.
The
Hey, look, you
underwater
consider
Stargate.
MacGyver. You consider MacGyver a Stargate show? Because I was on the OG Stargate then.
Oh
Um,
man, nobody said MacGyver.
I never
Like,
really, I didn't watch that much Star Trek either. Um,
Mm.
Okay, what about The Expanse? I started The Expanse, didn't stick with it. Since you're a Babylon 5 guy, did you watch The Expanse? Do you like it?
Oh, yeah. I would recommend. Definitely stick it out, stick it through.
Yeah, like I knew like when I fell off of it, I was like, I shouldn't fall off this. I should keep watching. But I don't remember how many episodes I watched. 4. ish, maybe.
So,
Yeah, no, jump back into it. Yeah.
you just gave me an idea, Godpile. Um, like what if MacGyver's son or MacGyver's child is
Okay.
like a young Gen Z, and they can't like fix anything with like gadgets and stuff, but they're just always able to like find some app on their phone
An app.
to like accomplish
The
anything
Hacker
they
Man, is
yeah
that it?
to accomplish anything they need to accomplish without really interacting at all. So like
I can't fix my Jeep, but I can call AAA.
they don't call Gen Z. They would
Well,
they would
yeah,
they would
yeah,
just
okay.
they would just abandon the Jeep and just get like an Uber,
I can get an Uber. I can get an Uber.
and then eventually get on like the AAA app and like have someone get their Jeep and
So his
Yeah.
MacGyver's kid is just like the fastest with the apps.
um
That's his. That's the wow factor.
could could we just remake any show we've mentioned but just have it be like the child of the original, but now they're like a Gen Alpha, like middle schooler, and they just like solve anything without using human interaction. It's just all digital.
I was just like, what's the copyright situation on your thing? It's like, yeah, pretty sure all of the apps you're gonna use aren't recognizable because you don't want to pay for copyright. A whole bunch of Wayne Donalds over here.
But yeah, all great picks, guys. I enjoyed all the picks. We started out hot with Brack, the HOA president. If you have a title for Godpile's Space Ghost, Brack, Harvey Birdman, Hanna Barbera, Community Homeowners Association show, leave a comment. Kung Pao 2 out of left field, but great pick. Firefly,
I like it.
great pick.
Yeah.
So obvious.
Yeah, so many great picks. But yeah, leave a comment. What's an IP you wish had more content? What would you title Godpile's HOA show? Yeah, this has been Open World Survival Podcast, episode 7. It's been an hour and 37 minutes on this recording. What the hell are you doing? Why are you still
Oh,
listening to this?
man.
What's wrong with you? Whatever's wrong with you, we don't judge. We appreciate the listen. So, KevDirect, Godpile,
Yeah.
Patty90X, Mystic Fox, and myself, domognarigato. Thanks for listening. Have a good night. Everybody say bye.
How you doing?
Bye.